Hey everybody, welcome back to Blogs for Beginners. Sorry I missed last week. I just had a busy schedule, but want to start getting back into the weekly routine. Today we got the All Together blog. There's some pretty cool stuff in here, especially about X-Force. The first thing we have is NECAsonic Teenage Warhead. We have some information on her event that's coming up. The way this works is it's a milestone event, which is confusing because it's not the same as the Symbiote Spider-Man milestones and the Captain Marvel milestones that just ended. For anyone that was around, it's more like a Neymar or Ghost Rider or Cyclops event. Basically, there's a tag that's already in game called Unity. If you can go look and see all the characters there, and the goal is to win blitz battles with those characters, and you get a certain amount of points. I think that events change a little bit each time it's come around, but the nice thing about this for beginners is you don't have to win at a high tier or anything like that, so you can actually lose on purpose and just use these characters at tier 1 and end up getting a lot of wins with these people and completing all the milestones fairly easily. So I think this is pretty friendly for beginners as long as you have the characters unlocked. That's going to be the challenge, is for people that don't have the characters unlocked, you're going to have to you can get points by using the other characters that aren't Unity tagged, but you don't get nearly as many points, so you just have to blitz a lot in that case. But hopefully you have some of the characters unlocked. Definitely go take a look in your roster and see who you have. Login counters are always nice. Everyone always likes free stuff, so it's pretty cool. Looks like we're going to get ABCs, as we like to call them, Advanced Basic Catalysts, and Superior Basic Catalysts are the orange version of that. They'll come in handy later for sure. They're a huge bottleneck for most people in the game. So that's pretty cool stuff. Then we got the raid season update. We don't know any details on this yet, but if we all get more orange or tier 4 ability materials, that is awesome. I think tier 4s are super important. They can take a character from basically like not working correctly to kind of having their full potential. Someone like Invisible Wound, for example, some of her abilities you almost have to have for her to do her job correctly. And I think this is one of the biggest bottlenecks that people have in the game, especially people that aren't like in super highly ranked alliances. Next but not least, we have the Star-Lord Legendary event, which is awesome for newer players that have been farming their Guardians. Star-Lord, I think, is one of the easier legendaries to get, but you still do have to plan in advance. So congratulations to anyone that's going to be unlocking him. He's definitely an awesome character. He isn't as important as he used to be, but he still has a ton of use. He has a ton of utility for different game modes, especially U6 raids and Dark Dimension. Don't be too worried if you're not unlocking him this time, just because there are other characters that you can use for Dark Dimension 2, for example. But he definitely is going to be super huge if you do have a Guardians team that's kind of waiting on him. He really brings that whole team to the next level, so definitely congratulations, that's awesome. We got, I guess, an exciting blitz. We have Night Nurse. I mean, she's one of the worst characters in the game right now, so this is kind of a disappointing blitz to have, but it's kind of a nice break if you are blitzing hard for Ironheart. So it's worth hitting the milestones always to get the gold and to get the blitz currency, but I wouldn't push too hard for Night Nurse. It's always good to get shards though if you have the time. She could get reworked. I think there are some rumors, nothing official, that she could be someone that gets reworked in the future. So if you do have time, it's always helpful to get those shards in case she becomes useful in the future. But as of right now, not super important for beginners or for late game players or anything like that. And then we'll have our second round of Ironheart. So especially if you're in your beginner blitz, go hard. She's a great character on the Power Armor team. We don't know when she'll be farmable, so if you can get her shards now, that's awesome. And then as usual, we're going to have our ×2 event for Mercs. I wouldn't go super out of your way for these, but if you're already farming these characters or just want to try and unlock them, definitely a good event to take advantage. And just a reminder that we'll have this once a month, so it'll be a nice way to farm these guys, having this event once a month. So that's all we got this week. It was a fairly short blog, but got some cool stuff and should be exciting to get the NECAsonic Warhead stuff started. We don't know exactly when that's going to be, but we'll see. All right, have a great week, guys.